178 days of being sober. You know, I've learned a thing or two about being clean, about saying no to that one drug that I couldn't say no to at one point in my life. At one point, I would spend credit card after already spending from a bottle of tequila and almost finishing half of it. And I'd still go to the liquor store to buy the small shots just to have enough for the night. I would think I wouldn't have enough for myself to drink throughout the night and be buzzed enough to feel satisfied that night. Think about it. You go to the store, you don't really have much money. You get your credit card because you know you have a good amount of limit. You'll do anything. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. You'll do anything to get your hands on something you are addicted to. Whether it's weed, whether it's coke, whether it's alcohol. You would go miles to get it. Now that that's out of the way, I would go to the store, buy a nice party-sized bottle of tequila. I don't care what brand. I would look for the price that fits my budget, quote unquote, fits my budget. And yeah, I would drink it, go home. Well, I wouldn't go home. I would go to my car, put some music on, and then drink like half of it. And it's a lot. It is a lot, trust me. And after drinking half of it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be buzzed enough. I don't think I should just go into the house and, I'm not ready. I gotta drink more. I gotta be buzzed before I go back home. So I would go to the liquor store because I know once I go home, I'm not gonna be able to get out and drive because it's gonna hit harder and it's just not safe, right? I would just buy another 2-3 shots before going home. Chug 2 of those down, leave one so that I have half of the bottle, and then 1 shot, and I'd hide it back here for the next day or the next weekend. And I would do that and repeat. I wouldn't go home because I know if I go home, I wouldn't be able to go out to the store. They'd be like, something's off. And of course, I was hiding something. Of course, I didn't want to let them know how drunk I was, how much I was actually drinking. Why would I want them to know that? I don't want them to know that. No, my dad, no, my mom. Even if my dad drank, he would criticize me when I drink. Because I would drink a lot. He drinks a lot, but I would drink a lot. And only liquor. Where do you think I got that from? At the end of the day, it's my fault. It's always my fault. I take responsibility for drinking that much. I take accountability for drinking that much because that was something that I didn't realize until now, until after I decided to be sober, how much poison I'm putting in my body. It's crazy how easy we say yes to alcohol, but then like when it comes to going out with family, you might not want to. When it comes to work, you might call out because I don't know, you just don't like your job, you don't like the people you work with. But when it comes to having fun, F-U-N, fun, when it comes to doing something selfish for you to feel good, temporarily, of course, you say yes almost instantly. Think of how selfish you might be to say yes to something that's going to harm you and eventually the people that care about you in the long run. Think how selfish that is for a second. That's why I was never fulfilled. I was always ashamed. I was always taking my anger out on people. I was always not depressed, but full of anxiety. Like that sad anxiety. Just don't want to talk to anyone, not socialize, leave me alone type of attitude. And that's because I manifested those states of being, those frequencies, those feelings. I caused that because I never stuck to my word. I never said, well, I never did. I always said, oh, I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm gonna stop drinking every Saturday. I'm gonna cut down my booze every other week. But I still drank. I still decided to drink. I still wanted to drink. I didn't think twice. Once I started sipping that bottle of tequila, it was downhill. I was just going at it. Boom. Another one. Boom. It's not enough. Boom. I don't feel it. Oh, until you do. Until you do feel it. And it just gets stronger and stronger. But then it slows down because you think, you're egotistical or whatever, and you think you can handle liquor and you're a man. And oh, I can outdrink anyone type of attitude. And so you get more and more, and then boom, you end up blacking out. You end up feeling like shit. You end up throwing up and waking up with headaches the next morning, the next night, not remembering shit, not remembering why you are here, why you are living. I'm telling you guys, when it comes to drinking, it won't be easy if you're trying to quit and you really want to quit, but it's definitely worth it. But you won't think it's worth it until 3 weeks after you quit, 4 weeks, because you'll start to notice things. You'll start to notice ideas come up. Your confidence definitely shoots up. Your anxiety, the feelings of guilt you feel sometimes about yourself starts to dissipate. All that negative energy starts to slowly fade away. And it might still be there every now and then, okay? Especially as a man, because you got to be the best. You got to always strive for more, okay? Sometimes stress is good, and you got to let that stress drive you. But sometimes you get that stress where you can avoid, like saying you're going to stop drinking and still drinking, or saying you're going to lose 5 pounds, but you still haven't lost shit. There's things you can control, and this is one of them. It's not worth your health, your relationships with people you love or care about. It really isn't. 178 days. I want you guys to comment down how many days you are sober, months, years, and if you know someone struggling, share this with them. I post daily. I post for that person to, once he's so close to drinking, he thinks about it. He sees my video and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna drink. It's not worth it. Not worth my time, not worth my energy, my health, none of it. Subscribe for more. See you guys.